welcome back, or thank you for joining me for the first time. We're just gonna jump right in today. It's one of those days, let's get it done. So we're gonna start together standing in mountain pose, which is just standing up nice and tall. If you want to start at the top of your mat, you're gonna bring your feet about hip width apart, making sure that your knees are over your ankles, hips above the knees. Lift the toes up, and then, oh shoot, forgot to break. Dang it. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all of the small blessings that a lot of us tend to overlook. Thank you for friends and family and all of the nature and the bunnies outside. And thank you for letting us take this time to slow down, because seems like maybe I need to slow down, take a breath, and go spread your light into the world. So I ask that you be with us right now to help nourish our bodies and our minds. Amen. Okay. Perfect example, right, of what happens. Big picture life. Okay, so feet hip width apart. I'd like it if you lift up your toes and then see if you can put your toes back down on the mat one at a time. And even if it's not actually one at a time, just the idea of feeling really grounded down into your mat. And then make sure that you are putting your weight evenly on your feet. So I just noticed that because I did that with my toes, I had taken a little bit off of my heels and was kind of pulling forward. So maybe rock side to side a little bit and feel the ball of your foot and the heel of your foot, your whole bottom of your foot really holding you up, okay? Starting at the bottom, work your way up. As you come up, check in, slight bend in the knees. Make sure they're not turned in or turned out. We want to try to line them up, which might require, I don't know if this is a new thing, but I've noticed lately that my knees are turning in. I think it is a new thing. I won't get into it, but if you can really engage this inner thigh muscle to make sure that your knees are aligned, you'll feel all of these turn on, which then in turn kind of turns on the glutes a little bit. So feet are grounded, knees are lined up. Then we check in with the pelvis, the tailbone shining down. So that might mean tucking in the bum, which will turn on the lower abdominals. Or if you are, I don't know, somehow your tailbone's too far in, bring it out a little bit. You just want it to shine down towards the ground and be the beginning of your spine lengthening up. So if we've tilted in, we've engaged the abdominals. It's like Twister, you gotta keep all this going at the same time. Engage the abdominals, which will kind of help you hug the low ribs in a little bit. Continue lengthening up through the spine. When you get to the shoulders, we're gonna loop those up and back. Kind of imagining pinching something between your shoulder blades, but don't get overly crazy with it. You just want to create some space in the chest. Then check in with the head, gaze straight forward, lengthening up through the neck. I find opening my hands just helps me, just helps me keep it all together versus them just hanging vertically. And I don't like the rotation of turning them back. When you turn them forward, it gives you a little bit more space again through the shoulder chest area, which is something that I desperately need. Okay. So, now that you're standing up straight, you can take a deep breath in. Exhale out through the nose or mouth. Inhale in. Exhale. Settle into the posture. Next, inhale in. We're going to bring the hands up towards the sky. Checking in again. This tends to happen a lot, so bring the tailbone in. Check in with the legs, the knees. This is volcano, but I invite you to open a little bit wider so that you can drop the shoulders down, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. Big inhale in here, reaching up and or out, and then we're going to fold it all the way down for forward fold. Hey. When you are here, keep that, it's so cold in here. Keep that slight bend in the knees, but relax the head, neck, the shoulders, the arms. Shake the head a little bit yes, a little bit no. Make sure that your neck is really relaxed. It will help release the tension up here. Should feel pretty awesome. Couple deep breaths in and out. When you breathe in, you might feel your belly fill up with air and feel a slight rise. And then as you exhale, you can at least imagine reaching a little closer to your toes. Big inhale in. Exhale, relax it forward. I say imagine because I don't want you reaching. I don't want you putting in any effort here. We want gravity to do the work. And we're going to slowly bring the palms down to the floor. Step one foot back and then the other. Really pushing down through the fingerprints and the fleshy part between the thumb and the forefinger, coming into a plank. Be sure to hug the abdominals in, the low ribs in, working to create a line from the tip of the head all the way down to the tailbone. You don't want to lock out too much in your elbows right here. It's nice to have just a tiny bend in them, and be sure to breathe. Gaze straight down. Big inhale in. On the exhale, we're going to lift from the hips, like there's one of those helper, I lost my words, one of those helper belts that they put on older people, or people that have had issues getting around. And so put your helper belt on, lift it up and back from the hips into downward dog. This is somewhere where I again really invite you to move around a little bit. It is a good resting posture, but it's good to explore and find where the best place for you to rest is. I have learned that where I am at now, bringing my hands almost completely off of the mat helps give me a lot of space in the shoulders. I like to bend my knees to really stretch out the spine, or walk it out, but depending on your body and what you do, having them in a little bit more, straightening the legs, straightening the knees might be best for you. Big inhale in, long exhale out. One more. People get weird. Gonna bring the hips back down, coming briefly into a plank, and then as best you can on an exhale, lower gently all the way down to the ground. Scooting the hands back slightly to be in line with the chest. Ground down through the top of the feet and through the pelvis. Inhale in. Exhale, slowly lift the head, the neck, the shoulders off the ground. Check in. See if you're muscling through your arms or if you can with mono hands for just a breath, and then release it all back down to the ground. Curl the toes under, push up, lift back with the hips, and then crisscross the feet all the way to the top of the mat, where we will meet in a forward fold. Slight bend in the knees, again grounding down through all four corners of the feet. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing deep, just relaxing, letting all the weight, the stress drip down. Big inhale in. Exhale, bend the knees more, bringing the tailbone down, starting to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Letting the head be the last thing to come up as the shoulders come up and then back. And then go through your checklist again from top to bottom. Feet, knees, pelvis, abdominals, back, shoulders, neck, head, gaze forward. Big inhale in. Exhale. Relax. Inhale in. Exhale, relax. Big inhale in. One more exhale, and then on an inhale, we're going to bring our hands up. Exhale, bring them together overhead, slice it down the middle and back into forward fold. Breathe deep. Relax. Check in with the knees, feet. Relax the head. Have a yawn. And clench the jaw if you need to. Let it go. Just let it in. Inhale in. Exhale, bring the palms to the floor again, stepping one foot back and the other, coming into tabletop. So go ahead and lower the knees. We're going to have the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, grounding down through the fingertips and the tops of the feet. And if you know much about yoga at all, time for some cat-cow, which is a lot of people's favorite, top 5, I'd say. So like, oh yeah, cat-cow. Well, I invite you to slow it down and sync it up with your breath. Another thing that I heard was to think of your spine as a whip. So you always want your head to be the first thing to go up and the last thing to come down. So if you are starting on an inhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis up, breathing in, slowly rolling through the spine, bringing the belly down, opening up through the chest, and then bringing the head forward. Also, you don't need to crank it back one time. And then exhale, starting with the tailbone, curl it under, hugging the ribs in, stretching through the top of the ribs, the shoulders, letting the neck hang down. With the motion of your own breath, let's do a couple more. Alright, let's meet in tabletop. Bump the hips to the right, turn and look over your left shoulder. Bump the hips to the left, look over the right shoulder. Give it a couple little wiggles. Put your head into it. Alright, and then back together, lengthening through the spine. Let's drop the elbows down to where the wrists are. Coming into puppy posture. This might take some practice. When I am out of practice, when I am stressed, when I have a lot of tension in my shoulders, this can be very difficult. The objective is, to keep the forearms parallel here and the hands lined up as you scooch the knees back, bringing the forehead down to the mat. Holy moly, you can do whatever you want with your feet here. Breathe, just breathe. I'm going to take a moment here. This almost hurts in a good sort of way through my shoulders, chest. Just be mindful of your own body. Almost hurting in a good sort of way is much different than actually just hurting. So if something just hurts, gently as possible, get yourself out of that position. Push yourself only as far as feels good. Big inhale in. On an exhale, lift the head up. Oh. Scoop your knees forward, bringing them underneath of your torso. Sit back on your heels. Paint your hands down the side of your mat and bring your forehead to rest, letting the shoulders just melt after that. Breathe deep. Fill the belly up with air. You should feel that in your lap. Exhale. Forward. Big inhale in. Exhale, bring the hands back up underneath the shoulders. Roll yourself up. Oh, that got me for some reason. If this seat is not comfortable for you, a cushion would be much better than book, but old trusty book is what I have here. You can put a pillow here. Really helps give you some extra space. Book's not bad, but I don't highly recommend it. Blanket, a towel. If you need to push it up a little bit higher behind your knees. It's your body, it's your practice. I'm just here to give you ideas. Okay, again, lengthen up through the spine, bringing the tailbone back down, engaging the abdominals, rolling the shoulders back. Big inhale in. Exhale, leaning forward. We're going to bring the palms of the hands to the mat, coming up enough to curl the toes under and come back into a squat. Again, feel it out here. You can stay up on your tippy toes. You can stay still. You can rock it back and forth, getting a stretch and a little bit of a workout here on the thighs. You can work to come to flat foot, lengthening the spine and using the elbows, outer edge of the arms to create a little bit of resistance between the knees here. I still like to move it around a little bit, even in this position. Big breath in, try to bring those shoulders back. We want to hunch into a hunchback squat. Sometimes it just feels good to roll through the feet. Big inhale in. Exhale, bringing the hands back down, coming into tabletop again. We're going to go into pigeon. So from tabletop, we're going to lift the right foot, sole, bottom of your foot, up towards the ceiling for just a second. Big inhale, and then on the exhale, we're going to swing that knee all the way up and through, bringing the right foot towards the outer left side of the mat. Okay, so this big thing that I would like you to be mindful of here is that your right butt cheek should not be on the ground. It just probably shouldn't be. I'm trying to think of if size really matters. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. So, sorry, if you need a pillow, cushion block, or whatever to hold you up, the point is your hips are supposed to be level. Sorry. I got real into that there. Thinking about it too deeply. Getting a nice, huge stretch through the outside of the right hip flexor, a little bit in the glute. You can work your way down to the elbows or head all the way to the ground here. I think my child is laughing hysterically. Breathe deep. Big inhale in. Long exhale out wherever you are. Also, don't forget to ground down through the top of the left foot. Then we're going to curl that left toe under, lift the left knee, swing alrighty back around, and bring it back into tabletop. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, which I probably should have started with so that you can see what I mean by the hips being aligned. Okay, so grounding down through the top of the right foot, lift the left foot up towards the sky on an inhale. Exhale, bring that knee all the way in and forward, taking the left knee towards the left edge of the mat, the left foot towards the right edge of the mat, extending the right leg out long, grounding down through the top of the right foot. Okay, so does this make sense now? How the left hip is not like this? Yes, no, hopefully. Take a few deep breaths here in whichever spot is comfortable. If you have folded forward, take a deep breath in. Well, everybody take a deep breath in. If you folded forward on your exhale, let's go ahead and lift the head back up, bringing the hands back down to the mat. Curl the right toe under, lift the right knee, bring our lefty back, and then we're just gonna crisscross the ankles here and walk ourselves back into a seat. Take a moment here to ground down through the sit bones, lengthening up through the spine. It's just like standing up, but now we're sitting down. Shoulders back, neck lengthened, lots of space between the ears and the shoulders. All right, let's go ahead and extend the left leg out, bringing the right knee in. Adjust this too. Like if you need to have your right knee way out here, cool. If you can bring it in a little bit more, great. Keep a little bit of brightness through the left foot here. I am really bad at extending the leg and sitting up straight, so we'll work at that together. Inhale in, sit up nice and tall. I'm definitely like gripping here more than I should. Take the left elbow, hook it around the right knee, bringing the right hand behind, and slowly turning to look past the right shoulder. For this, I'm definitely, in my opinion, I'm more concerned with the lengthening up versus the twist. So if you're twisting and like hunched up, don't do that. If you can only twist to here while keeping your back straight, then that's fine. As you inhale, you'll lengthen up through the spine, and then as you exhale, you can work at twisting a little bit further. And you will be surprised over time how far that will take you. Big inhale in. Exhale, release it forward. We're going to now lift the right foot over the left leg. Grab that left ankle. Bring it in. And this one is called cow face. I'm going to check this one. Should feel a lot of things happening here in the right hip flexor. This one can be a tough one for a lot of people, so feel it out. You know, don't push yourself harder than you need to. If I don't know, say if you were to straighten that one, see how far you can bring the foot, because I think it's too. I can't remember if you're supposed to bring your feet all the way out or all the way back. I feel like it's better on the knees for me. Out. Oh, lengthen up through the spine. Inhale in, exhale, we'll release the right leg. And then the left, and do the opposite side. So we're going to bring the left knee in, extend the right leg out, bring the right elbow, hook around the left knee, and lengthen up on your inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit further. Okay, now we're going to exhale, release that back. Gonna bring the left foot down. Right? No, opposite of what you did before. So left leg will be on top. Sorry. I needed this. I hope you did this too. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine. Alright, and then we've got like one more thing before we're done. So Big inhale in. Exhale, untangle your pretzel legs. Your cow face pretzel. Gonna come all the way down onto the back. Leaving the knees up. And then we're going to just let them fall forward. Bring the soles of the feet together to give some relief from the twisting that we just did on the hip flexors. I shared last time that if this is just too much, because there have been days where it has been a little bit much for me, you can always put a blanket, pillow, block, something underneath your leg here if you need just a little bit of support from the opening that you're getting here. Big inhale in. Long exhale out. Extend the legs out. Wiggle the toes. You can reach up with the arms and get any last stretches here that we didn't do in my classes. I would always be like, this is your free time to get in anything that I did not include that you feel like you need. Or you can just lay there. No judgment. And then make your way to Savasana. We'll lay down on the ground. Close your eyes or don't, depending on, kids, pets, anything that might come and jump on you unexpectedly. Relax the toes, the feet. Relax the ankles, the calves, the knees, the legs. Let everything just melt into the mat. Relax the glutes, the hips, the abdominals. Big inhale in. Relax the chest, the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Big inhale in. Exhale. Relax the neck, the shoulders, face, jaw. Maybe even open and close your mouth. Make sure that jaw is relaxed. Make sure that your eyebrows are relaxed. One more deep inhale in through the nose. Long inhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Exhale, inhale. Gently roll it over onto your side. And coming up into a seated position. One more time to ground down through the sit bones, lengthen up through the spine. Check in with the shoulders. Whoa! Please don't jump up there. Oh. Ow. Big inhale in. Long exhale out. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving us this time to relax our minds and bodies. The more that we can quiet our minds, the easier it is to listen for you. And I know that that can be a struggle for a lot of us. There's a lot of distractions with pets and children and work and life and all of the things. So thank you for giving us this moment to